Please give us a brief introduction.
Sir, my name is Ashish Kumar Paikare. I have completed my graduation from Devrai College, Bhubaneswar. My hobby is cemented pot making. My optionals are agriculture and forestry. Another thing, I am from Khordha district. My sports, I am liked in sports like gilli danda and like glass marble. This is the thing, sir.
Okay. So, tell me something about your home district. This is your second interview, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, we will discuss the first page of your biodata. So, tell me something about your home district. Which is your home district?
My home district is, sir, Khordha. Khordha is very popularly known for pikers, and also I am a part of the pike family. Baruni Hills is the main fort of the pikers. It is the lateritic subdivision. There are two subdivisions in Khordha district. One is alluvial and which is combines up to 3 blocks. And another 7 blocks, these are of lateritic subdivision. The main forest species of these areas is sal, teak, mango, other neem types of trees like in moderately dense forest. My district has some important personalities like Janaki Bhola Patnaik, the former CM of in Odisha, Bakshi Jagabandhu and Jai Rajguru. These are the prominent leaders of the 1817 Paiko rebellion. These are things.
Okay. So, tell me something about the forest resources in your district.
Sir, my district comes under moderately dense forest of dense forest. These are mainly sal species in these lateritic subdivision. Teak species also, mango, like mango, banyan. Another one is neem, jackfruit. These types of species that can easily found in your area. Also, plantation of highly reached cultivated species is I'm unable to the cashew nut. I'm unable to recommend its scientific name, but cashew nut plantation is huge done by the cashew nut board in my district, because lateritic subdivision, as it comprises of 7 blocks. So normally it grows. These species grow in very well manner in these subdivisions. So this is the main species.
Okay. What about the percentage of forest cover as a proportion of your geographical area of your district?
Sir, it's about 60%. I don't know it's the proper things, but it's about 60%
in Khordha?
In Khordha district.
सेटा 2019 रा forest state of forest report ता देखियो, ठीक है? Khordha it is around 10%, 10.64. Khordha रा 10.09%, तो around 10% सेटा रोज. Okay.
It's open forest. Let me see.
Forests as a percentage of total geographical area. So 10.09 percentage अपन को सेटा रोज. Oh, sorry, my data has changed. 16.6%. Khordha roche percentage of geographical area forest cover है 16.6% अपन को roche. Okay. So total geographical area kilometer square पे Khordha 2815. और सेतरो अपन को total forests यदि देखिए number का सेटा 467. 0.09, so 16.60 total. Okay, fine. What are the main forest produce of your district?
Sir, mainly teak. Teak is the main forest produce, and also cashew nut, which is cultivable things. This is the main forest produce. I don't know site properly, but some rubber plantation is going on in my district in those Bolgod and Chilka blocks, these types of area, but I'm not sure about it. How much plantation is, how much the amount that is being produced, but rubber plantation is going on in some areas of the district. These are the main forest species.
Okay. What is the main, what you can say, the forests in Odisha? What is the total percentage of the geographical area of Odisha? Okay, forest in Odisha. What is the percentage of geographical?
Percentage is about more than 33% as per forest report. It's about 37, I think, 37 point something, but it's more than 33%, and it has.
More than 33%. What is the relevance of 33%?
Sir, 33% is according to National Forest Policy 1988. The Government of India declared that for sustainable growth, 33% forest area is mandatory. So most of the states also, Odisha has achieved it, but most of the state has not achieved this 33% as forest area. Even the all India level forest cover is about 24, I think 24%. So their target is 33%.
Target is
33%.
And what were your optionals for this exam?
Agriculture and forestry.
So, according to Champion and Safe classification, okay, which type of forest you will find maximum in Odisha?
Sir, moderately dense forest. It's tropical dry deciduous forest. According to Champion and Safe classification, it's about, I think, 4B or 4C. I'm unable to recall these things, but it's the tropical dry deciduous forest is the most prevalent forest in Odisha.
Tropical dry deciduous forest, okay. But according to the classification of Champion and Safe, that is 3C.
3C.
Moist peninsula, low level soil.
Its prevalence?
That is basically 22% it is covering of our geographical area, forest cover.
Sir, 3C, I think 3C is tropical dry deciduous forest.
No, 3C, 3C, that is 2C2E. 3C, C2E, moist peninsula, low level soil. That is 22.06%. So that is the maximum of all the types. Okay, this is according to the 2019 State of the Forest report. Okay. So how many forest divisions are there in Odisha? Can you tell me?
In Odisha, three types of forest divisions, sir. One is territorial, another is Kendulib, another is wildlife. Territorial divisions, 37 territorial divisions, I think, and rest 13 forest divisions are of wildlife. Something I'm not wrong, but it's equal to something 11 or 13. But I'm unable to recover the Kendulib, how many Kendulib divisions.
Okay. So, from the point of view of total, revenue that Odisha government gets, which forest produce is, the maximum revenue generator for the forest department?
It is.
Neither? माने से दीटा बैटरी को कनेक्ट करे पे गोटे केबल टे थाए सेटा से खोली थिला से दिन हां से खोली थिला सीटा मु तापर देखिनी कि से खोलिबार मु देखिची हाँ हाँ ना सेटा से हमको दे दो वाला दिला ना सी ता संगे जाइथिबो ता संगे जाइथिबो छड़ी कोठी छड़ी गया दे दाम तो दे ना है ना हाँ बोलिए नहीं वहां पे तो दो प्लग्स थे ना एक इनपुट के लिए एक आउटपुट के लिए दो प्लग्स थे हाँ 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 अच्छा हाँ केबल मतलब क्या बोल रहा हूँ तो सॉकेट नहीं तो जो भी हो तो वो जो मशीन के साथ ही गया होगा ना नहीं लेकिन हमारा तो लगा था ना पहले से मतलब चल रहा था नहीं वो शायद भूल गए शायद ले गए होंगे ऐसा कुछ क्योंकि वो रूम तो लॉक होके रहता है ना वहाँ पे कोई जाता भी नहीं कि वहाँ पे सफाई भी नहीं होता कि कोई मतलब जाएगा या कुछ हाँ तो उनका गलती है ना वो बेसिकली उनको बोलना चाहिए कि ये हमने निकाला है ये आप रख लीजिए इसको ठीक है ना हाँ तो हमें तो बताना तो चाहिए कि मैं कुछ खोला हूँ और ये रखा है जब आएगा तो मैं फिर से लगाऊंगा क्योंकि हमारा तो ऑलरेडी लगा था ना इन्वर्टर चल रहा था तो वो आके उसको खोल के दिए हैं हाँ एक बार घोष बाबू से बात कर लीजिए ओके मैं क्लास में हूँ मैं हाँ आप सौरभ बाबू के साथ बात कर लीजिए हाँ मैं क्लास के बाद उनसे बात करता हूँ जी From which school you have passed your 10th standard?
From my village school, Mangapada High School.
Achha. And your plus 2?
From PN Auto College, Khordha.
What is the full name of that?
Prananath Autonomous College.
So it is named after which personality?
He was also Gandhian principal person, Prananath Patnaik.
What was his contribution?
He has established that college in 1964. He was also a freedom fighter and post Gandhian philosophical personality in Khordha district. He has established a college.
So he established a college. That is why it has been named after him.
And first it was named as Khordha College, but when he died in 80s or 90s, after that the college name changed to Prananath Autonomous College.
Okay. Then after that you did your graduation?
Graduation at the Devrai College, Nayapalli, Bhubaneswar.
Okay. And post graduation also you have done?
No sir, I have not done it.
You have not done post graduation?
No sir.
Okay. So what are your hobbies? You told me initially.
Cemented water pot making, sir.
Water pot making. Okay. Any work experience you are having?
Yes sir, I have joined as junior clerk at Collectorate Khordha in 2017, and also have transferred to Bhubaneswar Tahsil and also worked as junior clerk for 1 year there at Tahsil Office Bhubaneswar. And now I am working as a junior assistant at Department of Higher Education. This is my quick experience.
Okay. So already you are in government service. Why are you interested in joining forest service?
Sir, basically it's a class 1 service. This is the first preference, sir. It's not my dream, but as it is a class 1 service, I have also worked in the revenue department. So revenue department is somewhat linked to forest department up to somewhat. So this is the some experience. I have seen some forest officials also there. So I have just downward to that service. So secondly, I want to be a class 1 officer from my childhood. So as I am in a class 3 service, so I want to be in a class 1 service.
Okay. So what are the major problems that you find in the forest management in Odisha? And if you are given an opportunity to suggest some improvement, what will be those improvements?
Sir, mainly forest department has staff shortages. Even in the officer level, even in the ground or subordinate staffs, recruitment is also going on, but it is not sufficient. We can see that the beats are 1 to 2 beats. There is one forest guard is controlling these things. Forester is on. It's not in the every section. Even we can see that one SAF is controlling total forest division, whereas it is a vacancy position is 3. So normally staff shortage. So as per staff shortage, obviously the work of the department is also hampered, and it is also hampering. The firefighting team is not there. The patrolling of those forest officials is not adequate. Even forest roads are not built up around those forest divisions, so that they can patrol it a very well manner. Second thing is mining in the forest areas. I don't know, I think maybe they are not patrolling in those areas particularly, and also not coordinating very well with the revenue department, who is the main vigilance of those mining areas. Thirdly, the corruption. There is, we can say that the plantation which are not been like it is what it is called, the Gherabandi, it is not been done there. Protection from those grazing and browsing is not done there. So that if they plant those plants, but they are not growing in a well-versed manner, they are being grazed or browsed in meantime. Also, these are the main problems, sir.
Okay. So you are applied for SCF. Can you tell me about the career progression of SCF? So suppose you will join as SCF, and after that to which post you will be promoted, and what is the maximum rank that you can go?
Sir, if you got SCF, we will go to the OFS 1 junior branch. It is 5400 class 1 scale. then we will go for senior branch. After I think it is up to 3 years or 4 years, after that we will go to senior branch, at which we can be joined as DFO, and even in the RCCF and PCCF office we can attach to those offices. Even Department of Mines also deputing those forest officials to these directorates. After that we will go to super time scale. This is also OFS super time scale. Then we will go to OFS SSG. At this level we can go for a RCCF or even CCF of forest department. Then we will go for from SSG. There is two way. There is you can go to SS rank, OFS SS special secretary, or even we can go to IFS. There is two way according to the rank, or even vacancy position we will go to there.
So, who is the highest officer related to the forest services in the state?
Sir, it is PCCF is the highest officer, Principal Chief Conservator of Forest. There are 1 to 2 PCCF, but the PCCF which is Principal Chief Conservator of Forest and Head of Forest Force, he is the highest rank officer in a state. He is the senior most IFS officer of that state cadre.
Okay. So currently this government of we can say your Forest Department of Odisha is in news for some particular reason. Can you tell me why? Last 1 month or so.
Sir, in 1 month there is a previous year SCF. Soumyaranjan Mahapatra had died at Parlakimundi. He was SCF there. So, for which the department is news. The inquiry is going on. What will come, we can see that.
Okay. So, forest policy, how the rights of the indigenous people are protected in the forest policy?
Sir, in Forest Right Act 2006, the people who are residing there for 75 years or even 2 generations, they are given the ROR of 1 hectare of land, so that they can be benefited. Those are the mainly for tribal population in those areas. Odisha has the track record of giving highest number of ROR to those village peoples. I have also experienced these types of things when I was in Bhubaneswar Tahsil at the Chandaka forest areas. Highest error because they are benefiting those people, because they will get Mo Kudiya or even Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, they can get the house. Before they have no land, so that even they are unable to get these types of benefits from the government. They are given the pipeline connection, electricity connection to those their hamlets. Also, these are the leasehold plots, but they can, even when the government is required for any dam construction or even any those area, if government goes for negotiation with those people, so that they can given the compensation for those lands.
So, what is the meaning of joint forest management?
Joint forest management is mainly forest department, and mainly the ranger is the main thing is there, along with the villages under it. The forest, the ranger along with those every person from each house, he will go for a joint forest management committee at their village level. The ranger is the president, forest ranger is the president of those committees, and they will even select a secretary among them, so that their bank account can be opened in nearest bank to there. They have been given many plantation work, plantation, social forestry, different types of forest related work they have done, and they will get money for that.
Okay, like the Vaishnavi community is there in Rajasthan, those have protected the ecosystem there. Can you give some example of like that in Odisha also? Some indigenous community who have come and protected the wildlife and also the flora of that place.
Sir, it was recent in news, I think 1 to 2 years ago. I am unable to remember those people. I think where Mr. Private Secretary to Government, Mr. V.K. Pandian also given more interest in that, and they are, I am unable to remember those cases, but there is a community for I think a steel plant or anything, the plants were being caught, but they have protected by hugging those plants. Even their ward is also protected. The Chief Minister has cancelled that program at those areas, but I am unable to remember who the area from where it is.
Okay. So, suppose the government wants your suggestion regarding how to prevent corruption in government offices. So, what are the suggestions that you will give the government?
So basic thing is the contractual system should be abolished. First thing, because if an employee will not get the sufficient amount in his pocket, he will not work. The second thing is at each and every government offices the hectic work schedule is there. The government office is not like the previous thing 10 to 20 years ago. It is a more hectic work schedule and also computer based system based facilities there. So that they are also working more than the government quota, like 6 hours or 7 hours. Another, so that their salary should be hiked, and even they are more given the more security, like the central government in the central government offices, the state government. Third thing is that, sir, online system should be adopted. This will helpful for reducing, increasing more transparency and reducing more corruption in those areas. Fourth is, sir, I'm unable to remember.
Okay. So, in your home district, Khordha, what are the major industries which are there?
Sir, we have two major industrial complexes, one at Manchesur industrial area and another is at Khordha industrial area. It is near Baruni. Major is Nissin Food Corporation, Denjong Food Corporation, Kingfisher. Major food and processed food industries, Nissin, Maggi, EP, Odisha Liquor Association, Nigam is also there. Even at Manchesur there is a major plants like manufacturing coffee, toys. These are the basic plants. I'm unable to remember the name, like Reliance. These are big companies that are investing in those areas.
Okay. So, overall, if you see, the government of Odisha is promoting hockey. There are some people who object to this, according to them that they are a very poor state and this much money should not be spent, okay, on hockey, national hockey. Okay, the government has decided to promote it for 10 more years, or to give the support, sponsorship to the hockey teams for 10 more years. What is your opinion? Is it worthwhile to invest in hockey, in a sport, when we are one of the poorest states in India? What is your opinion?
Sir, if the team is increasing and even getting bronze in those after many years, so it is not a fruitless job. Government is also promoting its for its benefit, and even the promotion he has got that bronze for men's team and even the women's team. The Prime Minister Modi has also recognized those things. So after Odisha, I think many states, even the central government will promote it for that. Yes, we have the poorest state, but if the fruit is coming after that hard job, then it will not a worst type of things.
Okay. So, what is the three most important, according to you, what are the three most important virtues or qualities that any public servant should have?
So first
And why?
is
That also you should do. Why that particular characteristic or that particular value is needed?
the first thing is the dedication towards service. Because most of the people who are in government service, they think that this is the permanent service and they will not be debarred from that. So if we have regular interviews and even regular process may be there. For police it should be a fitness would be a regular process after 10 years, even after 5 years also. If there is this frequency, they will not think that their job is secured. So that this the first thing is there. Second thing I feel the on transparency in those system. A government servant should be transparent, and he should think that the money that he is getting from the government is the taxpayers' money. The third thing is time management and public interest. Most of these are the public jobs. So public management and time management to those areas should be there, because if you dispose public throughout the day, you will not do their work at proper time. So public management and time management on which you should dispose those works, and if you are giving them some promises that your work will done in days and you will not get time for that, so their work will not be done. They will come once again and once again. So the time management should be there, so that their work would be disposed in accordingly in time, and they should be disposed in time. I think these three qualities should be there in government service.
Okay, so that will be the end of the interview. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.